ever be.
All right, folks, it's Mark Potter on the right side of your screen and the lovely, inimitable, indefatigable Carl Christopher on the left side. I envy his beard. I used to have one,
A-
but mine didn't look nearly as good. We're
AKA
gonna
Gray Wisdom.
we're gonna do two or three things today on the show. We're gonna just talk so you can see some of the behind the scenes of both of our companies. Um, Carl is a very wonderful person, very passionate about helping people, very passionate about financial education for the public. That's really where he comes from in his heart, financial education. He does sell some products, but his main thing is just caring about you, holding your financial life in his hands for you. He's a I can't say enough about him. I just as a brother, I want to say as a Christian brother, I love him. I don't know. I don't know if that's okay to say that or not, but
Yeah, it is now.
I do. Yeah, I just he's a great guy. He's fantastic. Some of his customers are so friggin' happy they can't shut up. So all right, so I'm putting up like 24 minutes here because we already did a few. So this thing will buzz supposedly 24 minutes from now. Now, also in this one, because it's kind of a free for all, if you don't mind, Carl, we're going to talk about what I'm doing too.
Mhm.
Is that okay?
Sure.
All right. So why don't you lead? You do what? What do you do exactly? Just do it from the beginning, because I don't. I mean, I have a learning disability. You all know that. I
Mhm.
don't understand what those terms you use, infinite banking and getting a loan without interest and all that stuff. Can you talk to us about that,
Sure. Sure.
please? And while
Um,
you're doing that, I'm going to work on my stuff that I'm working on, artificial intelligence and sending out emails, and I'll be interacting with you, and I'll be eating my dinner. So I'll
I
be
see.
multitasking, triple
Yeah.
tasking.
I got to do that a few minutes ago.
Okay.
Um, what to start from the beginning, a lot of this is um, changeable, flexible, that kind of thing. Starting with the financial education. Uh,
Okay.
so I just do consulting, mostly for free. Only when if you want to sign up as a client, really get into some heavy lifting, so to speak, then we
Right.
talk about, might cost you something. But uh,
Right.
typically, I'm just trying to bring awareness to uh, really my focus is on retirement, and I call it saving.
For your client, not for yourself, probably.
Right. For the clients.
All right.
As I've been there, done that, and I've probably suffered most of the pitfalls that ones people just aren't educated on. And it's part of the financial education that's lacking in this country. And so this part of it, the retirement part, I'm trying to bring awareness and education. So with that, part of that, if you want to get into it, we've talked before about the infinite banking or be your own bank. There's a couple different names. Uh, and in a nutshell, to be very basic about it, it is an insurance product, life insurance product. So it does come with life insurance.
Okay. And what you're operating in what state?
Well, I'm in Texas, but I'm licensed in 14 states.
Well, okay, good. That's I think
So
that's important for people to know. And one of those states is California.
one of those states is California.
Okay. All right, good. So
Another
go
one's,
go
yeah.
ahead. I just want to
Uh,
make sure we get some of your information out to people because you're
sure.
you're amazing. I just can't. I'm lucky I met you. I really am. You're just
Yeah.
so precious.
Well, I just try to help people, like I say, with this financial awareness and especially focus on retirement. And so there's no one thing that, fits everybody. I like to describe it as, a hammer is very useful as a tool, but so is a screwdriver. But, kind of hard to pound screws in with a hammer and hard to screw nails in with a screwdriver, right? So
Yeah,
it's looking to get the right tool for the right job at what the client wants to get accomplished, what their goals are.
right.
So
Okay.
the
Well, now just take us through what it's like for the person who's out there, in the public, in the audience, saying to themselves, well, gee, I'm 35, I'm 37, I'm 27, I've got a wife and one kid on the way, or I've got two kids, or I've got two kids and my wife is helping me with taking care of my mom who's now has dementia, and they want to call you and say, we need to secure our future, if something happens to one of us, because both the husband and wife are probably breadwinners in this society. So if either one of them has a medical problem or something, why the family, the kids, the mother, all those are out of luck. So what should they do first? Give you a call? What, email you? What should they do?
it's I'm easy any way the customer, the client, the person out here in America feels comfortable. If they like, talking by email, great. If they like doing something, like a Zoom call, we can do that. If they want a phone call, do that. You want to use WhatsApp app, we can do that. I mean, any mode of communication that works for them. I mean, initially, right? And you'll figure it
Yeah.
out.
All right. Why don't you give us some of your contact information, your phone number, your email address, and would you please repeat them as you do them?
Sure. So
Please.
my phone number, which you can call or text, is area code 806-518-9992. Again, that's 806-518-9992. And then if you want to email me, you can email me at Carl, CARL, at PAFWM, then the number 4 in the word life.com. That again is Carl at PAFWM for life. The letters there stand for Prosperity Advisors, Family Wealth Management, and then the number 4, the word life.
Okay. And we'll
Uh,
put that information in the description box of the YouTube for this interview.
okay. And I do have a Facebook, but I don't think I've sent you the link for that.
Well, don't just send me all three again, just so I have them.
Okay.
Send me the phone number, send me the email address, send me the Facebook link. Yeah, so let's do that.
Okay. I'm working on
Um,
that.
yeah, just take your time. So tell me about it. Like I know there's no such thing as a standard policy or a standard way of protecting a family against the future elements, but what would you do for a young family? Would you say, what's a
Well,
range of policy? Let's say,
yeah. Like, I mean,
husband, wife, two kids, or a gay couple, two kids, or whatever.
right. It's of course basically economically driven. I mean, um,
And
you
what do
might,
you mean by that?
well, it comes to affordability. I can tell you what the, best thing to do is, but sometimes, people just can't afford it. Like you said, they're struggling for one reason or another. And,
Right, right, right. Well,
so you,
we all are to be in this
right,
economy.
right.
So,
So you can buy the basics here is you can buy term insurance. It will give you a great amount of coverage for a low price. But
right,
as it's called, term insurance, it's only good for a certain amount of period of time. It
right.
Some people think of it as renting something. You rent an apartment for so long and you move out, and the money you spent is gone, done. But
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
you got the use. It's really the same with auto insurance. You pay a premium every month, and if hopefully don't have to use it, but
Yeah,
that money's gone. You have nothing
yeah.
to show for it, and it's a certain amount of period of time that either the insurance company can cut it off, or the individual can say, "Oh, I'm going to quit paying." Right? So
Yeah.
that's term insurance. So you get great coverage for low price. The better thing it we utilize in both the whole life policies, or the IUL policies, is known as permanent insurance. And
Okay.
now all of it again is you can't just quit making the payments and expect it to be there. But
Right.
the especially for the younger person who's in good health, and pretty much anybody that's in good health, you get in at your age and your medical condition, right? If you're in good health, young, you'll lock in a cheap rate, and it'll be a little more than term, but you lock that in for your life. You don't there's no end to it,
Okay.
until you were to pass, of course, and then the family, the beneficiaries, would get to collect the um, uh,
Right.
death benefit, if you will. and
Right. And
and that's
you said,
that's the
I mean, I'm skipping around a little bit, but you've said that there is also the opportunity once you paid in a certain amount to the policy, you can borrow against it, right?
right, right.
And you
That's
don't
in
have to it comes back to you interest free or not.
Well, it's technically not interest free for the loan, but it's tax free, because
Okay.
it's
Okay.
it's just like every loan. Whether you borrow money for a car, a house, whatever, a credit card even, there's no taxes that you owe on that money. Okay?
Okay.
So it's tax free. But what they basically do is they charge you, typically, it's not always true, depends on the market and stuff, but
Right. Right.
typically they'll charge you, say, 6% interest on your loan. Say you borrowed $10,000.
Right.
Okay. They
Given that
give
you paid in some stuff,
right.
I
You've
mean, you can't
yeah,
just go there and borrow from nothing.
right. No,
You have to have paid in part of it. Yeah.
you can only borrow like up to 92% of the money you've put into it.
Right. Okay. Good.
So they,
Okay.
they don't let you borrow absolutely
Yeah.
100% the money
Right.
you've
Right.
put into it.
But
Okay.
90% is not bad.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
So say you've been paying a while, or you pay a lot per month, whatever the case is, and you borrow 10,000. Okay.
All right.
They might charge you, for example, 6% interest on that money. Okay. Basically, if you went to the bank, it'd be like the same amount. That's where they
Yeah.
get their interest rates are pretty competitive with normal banks. Okay.
All right.
But let's say you had, just for example, you had 100,000 in your cash value of the account, okay, your
Right.
bank account, and you
Right.
borrowed 10,000 from it. Well, instead of taking the money out of your account, the 10,000,
Yeah.
the insurance company actually loans you the money. or gives you the money. So that 100,000 stays in your account and they continue to pay you, say, 8% interest on that money. So it's really,
And you're still covered for some
and you're always
unexpected
always
thing.
covered, always covered on life insurance.
That's great. And the other part is it's easier to qualify for that than a loan. Like, let's say
Well,
one of
there's
your
no,
kids
there's
goes to camp and falls off a cliff, and you've got medical bills, eight, ten
right,
thousand dollars, and you need the
right,
money. You can
right.
qualify sooner
Well, there's
and
not
quicker,
even,
right? Or not? Am I not? And maybe I'm
well,
not. Maybe I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know.
well, it's just there is no qualification because that's where we come up with the phrase be your own bank. It's your bank. You approve the loan.
Huh?
You
How? That seems
you
impossible.
yeah, you approve the thing. As long as the money's there, like you said, if there's 100 in our example, if there's 100,000 in your cash value of your account, you can borrow
Yeah.
up to say 90% of it. And if you want to borrow it, you don't, it can be for any reason, doesn't matter. That your credit score doesn't matter, nothing matters.
Yeah.
There's a little form to fill out, or sometimes you can even do it with a phone call, and it takes usually 2 to 3 business days, and they'll get you a check or a direct deposit.
Wow, that's pretty. I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't think
that's
it was that.
oh,
This
it's easy.
this part is always just sounds unbelievable because
Right. Well, that's part of
everybody I've ever met has emergencies that happen in life.
absolutely.
I don't
Absolutely.
know anybody who sailed all through life and didn't have something come up.
Right. Well, that yeah, we all have, different things that happen, but that's what this is here for. But like any bank account or credit card, if it's abused, it's not, not going to be pretty. You're not going to get the great benefits if you keep borrowing the money and, don't
Yeah,
pay it. You don't have to even pay the money back, but if you don't pay it back, then it's
yeah,
hard to have money when you retire is
yeah,
the
yeah. Yeah, no, and you're always there for them to kind of
yeah, that's
remind
my
them what to be doing,
right.
and
It's
they don't.
it's
Do
like
they pay you a fee, or does it come from the
it comes from the
companies
insurance
that you
that
rep for?
yep, never out of the client's pocket. But
Okay.
any if on the products, the insurance products, that whether it's whole life or term or I even get into annuities, which I think is more of people that are either ready or have retired.
Hmm.
That's more of the kind of person
Okay.
that's into that. But again, all of that comes from any commissions I get, that comes from the insurance carrier.
Okay.
Nothing out of pocket.
Very cool. Very cool. All
Yeah,
right. So go ahead.
there's no surprises. If we work up a product, doesn't matter what it is, and it'll say the monthly payment is, or they call it premium. Monthly premium is $100. Then that's what the monthly premium is, $100. They, they don't
Okay.
go, there's this service fee, and there's this, and there's that. You know,
Nickel and what we used to call back home, nickel and diming you to death.
exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
Exactly.
Okay. So I think I feel like we could wrap. Can we do another show now or not?
Sure.
I would like that very much. And I'm going to let you pick what the heck we talk about. I'll probably, you know me, I always ask questions, but I'm
Um,
busy here sending out artificial intelligence videos to potential clients and
right.
making fictitious sample advertisements for people to see what it would be like for them. So now, what if someone has a business and well, yeah, all right, let's just talk about this. Have you ever heard of or dealt with back in the old days when Abraham Lincoln and I used to go out for drinks?
Mm-hmm.
There was something called key man insurance. Have you ever heard of that?
Yep. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, can you help small businesses with that?
I can. It's not my expertise, but
Okay.
I have a 40-person team, and I guarantee you more than one of them is an expert at it.
You have a 40-person team?
Yeah,
It looks
well, I'm
like
part
you
of a
buried the lead here, dog.
I'm part of a co-op, if you will. So
Jeez,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. I mean,
I'm glad I asked you. I'm uncovering
yeah,
I'll
there,
lead with calling this a 40-person team here.
right. It's just a work of, like there's might be 40 people on the team. I might not ever work with 20 of them, but the other 20, like there's people that have expertise in trusts. Some
Right,
people, the small business, they're experts with the key person, they call it nowadays.
right.
Um,
Okay, yeah, we wouldn't say key man in these days.
right. See, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well,
It's been a
I'm
while. Been a
people
while.
know that I'm old. I'm tell people I grew up with Charlemagne's father.
Oh,
Most
that's
people say, "Who was Charlemagne?"
right. There's been a
And,
more than one, I think, but
yeah. Anyway,
yeah,
all
but
right. So that's beautiful stuff, man. 40 a
yeah,
40-person team. Wow.
yeah,
All right. So shall I wrap this show? What do you think?
sure. I
And we'll
mean,
just do another one. What I'll do is I will we'll both log out
okay,
because that will definitively tell Zoom this is the end of this particular show.
sure, sure.
I've learned the hard way.
Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
we'll wait 2 or 3 minutes and we'll log back in
Okay.
and do another one. I love talking to you. If I could, I'd do a show with you every day. I swear. You're no
Well,
you is your son are your sons there?
no, not at the time.
Oh man,
My
we
my
gotta get the kids on again.
well,
That
yeah,
was so
my
much fun the last time. I don't know when it was. I think it was back in 1843 or something. Your son sat on your lap and told us about the moonshine still that he was. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, you guys.
yeah,
I hope you know I'm kidding.
yeah,
1843. Come on. All right,
yeah. Okay.
folks, we're out of here. I like to say directly to you, I love you guys very much. Uh, just thanks for watching. The hundreds of people that watch my shows every time we put out a new show. I just bless you. Carl, I will see you in just a few minutes.
Okay.
I'm going to push the button here, turn my head like I always do, and push the button that says goodbye.
Okay.